Welcome back, traders, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Bewear in the Ultra League. We're going to have a little fun here. I listened to your feedback and we're going to go ahead and go over that really quick here. So you all requested that I make the face cam a little bit smaller and increase the size of the battles. Now, I could increase the size of the battle, but what it's going to do is going to cut off the tapping at the bottom. Not that you need to see where all my energy's at, but it'd be kind of nice to know, right? So we'd have to remove that. You wouldn't be able to see all of that. I can make it a little bit bigger. I can definitely reduce the size of the camera for my face cam, and then I can start putting in the IVs for the Pokemon and their moves. So bear with me. I don't know what I'm going to do for this video. I'll definitely shrink it down and experiment, but I definitely hear your feedback and we will make improvements here. I also found a much faster way to transfer my videos from phone to phone with Wi-Fi share, so thank goodness for that, because my other method was an absolute nightmare and it took a long time and it was a waste of time as well. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Bewear. Now, everything on the team is going to be doing very well, including the Ampharos, Shadow Ampharos here. We have the Pidgeot, which is actually now going to be best buddy, not in this video, but in my next one, I'm going to go ahead and see what we can do with that. And the whole team is yellow. I didn't mean to do that. It just ended up, I mean, Pidgeot, is that yellow? It's like brown. It's got yellow notes there, you know. It's got some yellowy tone to it. So, yeah, that's going on here. But with that said, if you do enjoy my content, I would be much appreciated if you could hit the like button. And if I make mistakes, I'm just going to have to keep rolling here. I'm going to have to do my best on these PvP commentary videos to just keep it going as smooth as possible, because again, resyncing it wouldn't be too bad because I can just look at the time versus the time here, but let's just keep it going here. But with that said, we are just about to take out the Sandslash with the Bewear. Hopefully we're there. Every time I do this with the commentary, with the face cam and kind of syncing it up, it's perfect, so it doesn't seem like that's going to be an issue. All right, Bewear, we're going to have Superpower, Shadow Claw, and Payback. Its Community Day move was going to be Obstruct. Wait, what was that? What is it? No, Drain Punch. Drain Punch, that's what it was. Which could be a good move. I suppose, but I personally don't really want to go with that right now. Payback is going to help me hit those ghost types or anything resisting fighting, and Superpower is going to be getting stabbed. And then the even better part is the Shadow Claw and you being a normal type. So we kind of have like a Snorlax thing going on here with Superpower and Shadow Claw, and also being normal. And also being part fighting, which you're going to be weak to Charm in that case. So we'll just have to make do with that. But I had a blast. It did very well. Let's get into the commentary. And we're met with a Pidgeot. We got a mirror match right out the gate here. Let me reposition my phone. Camera probably going to shake a bit there. Man, this is great. Love this. All right, let's go. All right, so Pidgeot, we're going to go straight for the Feather Dance here. If they go for Brave Bird, we'll be able to survive that. I did notice that their combat power was going to be significantly lower than mine. A little laggy. Oh, yeah, it is. And they didn't get all the damage for their Brave Bird. All of a sudden, they're lagging. Now, do you see this? We are encountering all of these errors, and I'm going to leave all of the glitchy battles that my opponents do have so you can see. One of them, I guess you could say that they back out because their whole team was weak to Ampharos at one point, maybe, but at the same time, a lot of people are just left sitting there tapping the screen, nothing happening, and then all of a sudden, all of their Pokemon are fainted and they lose when they were in a winning position. Seen it all over Twitter. Personally happens to me. I know, because this game is busted. But anyways, we got the Pidgeot back in here, taking down the shiny Obstagoon, and they're bringing back their Pidgeot here. Now, obviously, I'm in a much better position because their Brave Bird did literally no damage. Okay? And I don't think that was intentional. So that's something that's going against them here. Bringing in a Jellicent, going to go for the Brave Bird. We still have the Bewear in the back, which unfortunately didn't get to see any action. I was really looking forward to putting it up against that Jellicent, but they're going to be backing out before we're able to bring it in. Next battle met with a Machamp. Machamp could put up a little bit of a fight here, seeing that we're going to be part normal for whatever reason on the Pidgeot. They want to keep doing this, and also Rock Slide, but they're going to be baiting me with a Cross Chop here, and they're retreating into a Registeel, which is going to be putting a bit of a damper on my team, to be honest. Now, we do have Bewear, but it's not necessarily going to be the best option to go up against it because of the fact that we're going to be part normal as well. So we're going to be pretty much getting one-shotted by Focus Blast, and there's going to be no repercussions or no debuffs that the Registeel is going to have to take to when they throw Focus Blast. So I don't have nothing to worry about. On the other hand, we do have Superpower, but it's still going to take a couple of those to take them out. They can shield up the first one and then survive the next ones, which is leaving us vulnerable. So a little unfortunate there. But now we're bringing in Bewear. They are shieldless at this point, going for the Superpower. And it is shiny, by the way. So technically, if we were using a regular Bewear, it would be pink. So almost seemed like I did this intentionally, but I tell you I didn't. I did not try to put an instinct team together. Okay. Anyways, we're doing some damage to that Machamp. They're going to be retreating into their Talonflame. Now, they have energy on that Machamp, so we got to be a little bit careful here. We got a full Bewear in the back, and at this point, I'm thinking, okay, we are able to do all that damage. We'll go ahead and bring in the Bewear here and hit the Superpower. Since they're shieldless at this point, we're going to debuff ourselves, but the Machamp is so low, we can Shadow Claw them out of here. They're not going to get to another charge move, so we shield this up. A Cross Chop, don't think would KO me anyways. So anyway, it doesn't matter because we're Shadow Clawing and taking the win there and moving it on to our next opponent. We're going to get a 4-1. Unfortunately, no 5-0 here. I did go, it was like 1-4 for the next set because it was just straight hard counter city and there was really nothing I could do at that point, right? All right, so what do we got? Oh, okay. There you go. Straight into the next one. We're met with a Galvantula. So I'm going to go ahead and swap into the Bewear, which is going to be resisting the lunge. They could go Discharge, though. They're gonna go Lunge, lowering my attack and bringing in Talonflame. We have no other option but to go for the Payback. I could have went for Superpower, but that's going to be kind of dumb. I should have hit the Superpower just because it's not very effective, but it still would have done a decent amount of damage because I'm getting stabbed. They're going for Flame Charge. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Ampharos to go ahead and handle this flyer out here. Since they did vamp up their attack, I don't really want to take that next Flame Charge, so we're going to go ahead and shield it up and take them out. Although I think they may double shield this. Yeah, they double shield their Talonflame here. So we're going to immediately go for the next one. Just take them out. I'm not trying to farm them and shield up. Let's just take them out before they get it off again. Bringing in a Trevenant. I built up energy on the Ampharos. They swap back into their Galvantula after I do bring in the Pidgeot. And, well, we're able to get to the Brave Bird. And there's really nothing that this Trevenant can do. Everything's resisted, even though we lowered our defense. Yeah, that Shadow Ball did a decent amount of damage, right? So we're going to go ahead and shield up the next one because, yes, they can at this point, but we have a shield. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird and Pidgeot taking the win for us. Amazing Pokemon. I love this thing. So happy. Can't wait to test it out as Best Buddy for you all. All right, next, is it not Best Buddy? Actually, I think it is right now. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's Best Buddied. Okay, so it was 24 on the dot. Did I say it wasn't in the beginning? Definitely is. It's got the badge on it. It was a little to the side. I couldn't tell. Okay, this is a Best Buddy Pidgeot. Sweet. Good. Awesome. Anyways, putting in the work here. Did I see much of a difference? I mean, maybe not. But you always want to improve it. Best Buddy's going to help increase the stats. Taking out that Charizard, bringing in a Tapu Fini, and immediately swap into the Bewear to kind of throw them off here. Since they're throwing so quickly, this is definitely not Moonblast. So yeah, Surf, bringing in Surfetch. We're going to go ahead and go for the Superpower. Surfetch can't take a hit. Pretty much one-shotted that thing into oblivion. Bringing in the Pidgeot so we can have them use up their energy and we can try to farm down with the Ampharos here. And one quick move or one Volt Switch. We're taking the win there. And Tapu Fini is going to be in a lot of trouble in this situation. Simply getting to the, I think, do they still have a shield left? Okay, and well, we built up to 2, so that's pretty much a wrap for them, and we're going to be able to take the win with the Ampharos Shadow at the end, and we're going to keep it moving here. We got about a 20-minute video. Next battle, oh, that's a good lead. Leading with the Ampharos now, met with the Wall Rain, putting the flying moves in the back so we could potentially pull up ice moves up front, and therefore putting the Ampharos up front, and it worked. Look at us, getting good leads, manipulating the algorithm. Let's go. All right, so we got to look out for Earthquake, and they're going to be hitting me with an Icicle Spear bait. Very nice, and we're going to go ahead and go for another one of these Thunder Punches, and they're going to be using both shields right out the gate here. Now, I figured they're going to probably make it to the Earthquake, but we're going to go ahead and just let it go, but it is just an Icicle Spear, but they're going to be using it again because they do not want me to get to that charge move. So, letting it go, bringing in Bewear. Now, what's going to happen here is we're going to farm them all the way down. We're not going to throw anything because we're going to be able to get there. Come on. All right, they were just about to get to another one, so that's perfect. Bringing in a Swampert, we're going to go ahead and hit them with a back-to-back Superpower here. Now, it's going to do less damage than the first time, but they're going to be very low. And then we're going to want to swap right after this into the Pidgeot. and they're going to be retreating with energy. They have an Abomasnow in the back, so we're immediately just going to simply throw Brave Bird. I mean, it's going to one-shot them. Nice. Swampert, they back out. We take the win. We're looking good. Moving it on to our next opponent. What are we going to see here? Ampharos lead met with a Rayquaza. All right, now that's something new. Yeah, that Dragon Tail is going to be doing a whole hell of a lot of damage, and they do have that legacy Brutal Swipe. I was going to call it Swing. I don't know why I always want to call it Swing. Brutal Swipe. And we shield up the first one. They lower our attack. Since they're part flying, we're doing a decent amount. That's why I did decide to shield it up, and so we can put on the pressure up against this Rayquaza. They're letting it go. The next quick move I did went through, but it didn't actually connect for the damage because it's so slow to register. Gotta love it. Bringing in the Bewear because it's a flyer. Let's go ahead and take care of it. And they're bringing in a Muck. This is okay, I suppose. It could be worse. They can't go Dark Pulse because it's not very effective, so they're going to be forced to keep going for the Thunder Punch, which is still going to be doing a decent amount of damage. As Bewear takes a hit decently. Okay, that takes a hit. That's no problem. Now we swap into the Pidgeot because we know we can take this hit, and we don't really need to worry about it. I mean, it's still going to be in the green. We're good. No problem. And I wanted to preserve the Bewear just in case of what they had in the back. Now they're catching a Feather Dance here with their Venusaur. That was a freaking great catch. Now they knew I was going to throw Feather Dance, and they knew that the Venusaur would be able to absorb that no problem, so they made that swap there because Pidgeot has all flying moves. They know they're going to catch a flying move. So that was a good one there. We're getting to the charge move, but we're going to go ahead and let it go because I want to hold on to it. Don't really want to use that energy. Bring it in the Bewear to take them out. And we should be able to Shadow Claw down this Muck. It's going to be very close. Seeing that this is just the regular Cantonian Muck. It's not resisting Shadow Claw. We're able to take them out with the Shadow Claw Bewear. Let's go. Next battle, Charizard Shiny Shadow. What a freaking flex. Amazing. And we're doing 1,000% damage here. Let's go. They're already down to lower than half after just a couple of quick moves. But taking a shield and retreating into a Cobalion. Now, they have the threat of potentially a Focus Blast here, and they're letting it go. Now, I can't swap into Bewear because we're taking super effective from the fighting. And I could swap into Pidgeot, but we'll be taking super effective from the Stone Edge, which is going to be fairly spammy. So I figured the best bet is just to continue on with the Ampharos for the time being, swap into the Pidgeot, and now unfortunately we're going to have to use both shields, farm them down, and since the Charizard is decently low, we should be able to maybe combat this situation here. Although having 0 shields if it gets an opponent with 2 is not very good. But then again, they've only got... I mean, this Charizard, oh, it's getting to it. We lowered their attack. It is Shadow. Blast Burn's going to do a lot, but we survived. So we're going to be able to get, oh, it's a Trevenant. We're going to be able to get off the Feather Dance here, lower their attack, and they're locked here, so they're not going to be able to retreat. Bringing in the Bewear, and we've got both shields out of them already, so it's a shieldless battle. We're a normal type up against a Ghost, and, well, they're going to only be able to hit us with the... Seed Bomb, which is not doing much because, well, we lowered their attack. Well, the Shadow Claw is resisted, and our Shadow Claw is super effective, getting to the payback and one-shotting that Trevenant, and we're looking good at moving it on to our next opponent. What are we going to see here? A Swampert with an Ampharos lead. That's horrible for us. We're going to have to swap. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Bewear here. Hopefully, they do not swap into a Charm User or a Fairy, and they're bringing in Muck. Now, I'm farming up a whole heck of a lot of energy. I was kind of thinking, what should I do here? I'm not going to go payback because, well, it's not very effective, but something very strange happens. I do not know if they misplayed or what, because they do have Snarl, which is going to be getting a decent amount of energy at a pretty fast rate here, but I'm spamming these superpowers, right? We've gotten a shield out of them, and we're just going to keep on going. We let this go. They hit me with a Dark Pulse. We lowered our stats massively. I guess we are on par. We're just able to get to that superpower very fast with Shadow Claw, and we're able to outpace them and take them out here. We're massively debuffed, but that doesn't matter. We took the win, and they're bringing in a Registeel, and here is where the game started being all whacked. Do you see what's going on here? All right? So they back out. And I don't blame them because the game was all bugged out. They couldn't attack or move. Maybe that was the case. Maybe they just stopped playing, but that's happening a lot, all over the place. But yet they still want to make you pay for the ticket and act like this is an esport. All right, next battle, we're met with a Cresselia. This is going to be decent since we do have that Brutal Swing. Grass Knot calling it. Very nice. Still doing a lot of damage, and they're going to be retreating as we go for the Brutal Swing. I think they caught that with a not very effective Ninetales. So this is a bad matchup for me here, and it does have Charm. I guess that's going to be a little bit better for the Pidgeot. And we're going to immediately go for the Brave Bird, taking them out. Let's go. People are expecting the Feather Dance. Now, we did lower our stats, but it's looking good here. They did swap fairly quick. You know what I was thinking? I should have just let that go and bring in the Ampharos because they were still locked in there. That would have been a better idea. But I guess we're going to be playing a different situation here by shielding them up, still holding onto our shield, going for a Feather Dance. Going to let this go. Dragon Claw, it's enough to take us out. Or did I go for the Brave Bird? I wasn't looking. Oops. It's a little bit more different looking at the camera than looking. I kind of miss a few things. But anyway, the Bewear up against a Psychic Tank. How are we going to deal with this? Going for superpower, no shield, doing a decent amount of damage though. We did lower our stats. What's going to happen here? Letting the grass not go. We still have the Ampharos in the back. We're able to farm them down and hitting the superpower up against Charizard, which is going to be doing a decent amount of damage. And there's literally a squirrel right outside my window eating his food or whatever he's got there. And it looks super adorable. Look at that little thing. I just love where I live. All right, so we're taking that win. Bewear holding it down for us, and we're going to be able to get a 4-1. Really, all right, it is super windy outside, so his tail is just whipping around everywhere, and it looks like he's just enjoying that win in his snack. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, what do we got here? Ampharos up against Regirock. Now, that's not a good lead. I mean, well, that's okay. It could have Earthquake, and we wouldn't want to really see that, right? So here we go. We'll just have to deal with it. Stone Edge, not good. We obviously do not want the Pidgeot to go up against that. As far as Bewear, we're a fighter, so we're super effective, but we're going to debuff ourselves. It's not enough to one-shot, and Shadow Claw's not super effective, then we have to deal with that. And then they could pretty much one-shot us with Focus Blast. Now he's literally just sitting here looking in the window. Wow. Hi. How's it going? How's it going, squirrel? All right. Trying to distract me. Shielding up a Focus Blast, as we knew that was going to be. Building up a little bit more energy so we can be ready for whatever they do bring in next here. Taking out the Regirock. What's good? What are you bringing in? A Cresselia. So we did lower our attacks, but we're just going to go ahead and throw the payback right here, doing a decent amount of damage, even after dropping our attack by 1 stage, and bringing in the Pidgeot. All right, sounds good. Let's go. Pidgeot's always going to be able to handle pretty much everything, so long as it's not resisted. I mean, it can even handle Galarian Stunfisk, but you know what I'm talking about. It can handle everything other than pretty much Rock and Steel. And Electric, I guess, unless shields are down, they've got low enough health. Going for the Feather Dance, lowering their stats here, and we should be able to survive this. No, well, it's a Grass Knot, calling it. Now we're completely good to go. This is an obvious, easy win here. After situating ourselves to this position, of course, bringing in the Bewear so we can have a little bit of action. Could have went for a Brave Bird there, but that's okay. I just decided to bring this in. Absorb the Moonblast after we did debuff them. And going for a payback here. Bewear is going to be able to take out the Cresselia. This thing is pretty good. I mean, it's not the first time I've used it or anything like that, but it was doing great for me yesterday. All right, so we're met with a Walrein. Great lead, and they're swapping into a Charizard. Now, this is going to be another one of these examples as maybe they closed it out because their whole team is going to be weak to Electric, so I can see them closing out their app, which, okay, sure, do whatever you've got to do. But on the other hand, I do believe it is going to freeze, and they're going to just get... I'm just farming them down here in a minute. Let's see what happens. They're shieldless at this point. Giratina. Okay, so they're not all weak to Electric, but this is going to be doing quite a bit. Now, they do stop attacking at one point, and I leave this in here because I want you to know that there's... like, it's coming from my end, you can clearly see I'm playing. So if you're thinking that this is some sort of an exploit, there could be exploits, and I do believe there are exploits in Go Battle League. Believe me, I know that there probably is, like some sort of lag switch kind of contraption deals going on. But you saw on my end there was no funny business or anything like that. So it's mostly the Go Battle League being broken, folks. Okay. Again, there probably is exploits. Taking that win up against Empoleon, they're very nice. But for the most part, we're pretty safe to say Go Battle League is doing it itself. All right, anyways, took out that Empoleon, and Ampharos going to be throwing Thunder Punch. Oh, Primarina. Oh, this is the one. Oh, okay, so I thought it was the last one because we're technically kind of almost super effective to their whole team because of the brutal swing with the Giratina, but this is the team that's actually going to be completely weak to it, and this is where they freeze up. It wasn't that last battle, it's this one. I got him confused. Could have quit, probably, because like, I got Ampharos, I'm out of here, but I've seen people posting videos of them just being sitting there, tapping the screen and doing nothing, and then all of a sudden, fainted. Out. Done. All right, we've got a mirror match going on here, folks. What is good? Building up to 2 brutal swings and timing it perfectly. Okay, not timing it perfectly because they threw theirs first. We just won that CMP. Shielding them up. They're hitting me with a Zap Cannon, which is going to lower our attack. And it's not very effective, but it was better safe than sorry here. So it is going to take them a minute to build up to that. I wonder if they've got like Zap Cannon and Thunder Punch? Or maybe Focus Blast. Who knows? A couple of nuke moves. Alright, bringing in Swampert here. And we're just going to go ahead and throw that Brutal Swing. I think we're just going to stay here. And yeah, allow them to take us out so we do not lock ourselves and put ourselves in a bad position, right? So we're going to bring in Bewear. We could take a Hydro Cannon and we're going to go Superpower. I think the Superpower will be enough. Let's see if they want to stay here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go for it. And what is it going to do? A lot of damage. Takes them out, and they've got a Cresselia in the back, and we're going to be doing this Cresselia thing again. We'll let this first one go, and since we do have Bewear in the back, I'm comfortable because we're going to be able to hit him with Shadow Claw as well as Payback. So all we need to do is kind of like, I mean, even if we don't get their shield here, I think we're going to be fine, right? So Moonblast doing a lot. Okay, still can't farm me down. Shield this up, and I'll be able to hit you with Payback in a second here. They're letting it go, so what's going to happen is still can't farm me down, and they're still not going to be loaded up on a whole ton of energy, and we've still got a shield left as well. Letting the Grass Knot go, which is actually funny enough in taking me out. So what we're going to do, I think, is actually just Shadow Claw down, and that's going to be about a wrap for these battles, folks. There you have your Bewear, putting in the work up against pretty much everything, except for if you run into a fairy. Had a lot of fun with Bewear. I hear your feedback. It's a beautiful day. Got a lot of battle. I haven't started Go Battle Day. Damn, that's going to be fun. I don't know if I'm going to even finish all that because for freaking crying out loud. I don't know. I used to have fun doing these, and I still do. But there reaches a point where you're just like, dang, that algorithm seems to really not want me to rise up anymore. I guess I'll just not play for now. But anyways, folks, if you do enjoy my content and my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. And I am listening to your feedback. I will be proportioning everything out and fixing it. So don't worry, just give me time and we'll work on it. I already got better solutions on how to transfer my videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the cat. This is the best day of my life.